the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Henry shedding the tackle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
No score after one on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And this one is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
First down, Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the whole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now a handoff to Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now Burrow on 1st down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Pull it good on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Again, it's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man is Uzama. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the 2nd half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. It'll Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Harold Landry in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Burrow looking to pass. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
To a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw, Burrow. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Well, they run with Henry on first down, but nothing much materializing as he'll get forward only for about a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent. Job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Shoves him aside near the 35. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So Burrow and the Bengals down 13-7. Less than 90 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Connecting with Mixon. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Burrow. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the Titans have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 40 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.